the 16-hour abduction would take place. I was experiencing many missing times, but I didn't understand what they were like or about. They were blackouts.
Mm.
Some would last 45 minutes. Some were big, large pieces of a whole day.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman, Logan Crawford.
They now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators. This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're uncovering a mind-bending tale of government secrets, alien encounters, and psychological warfare with an amazing author by the name of Kenneth Hopkins. He has penned a book you won't want to put down. It is called UFO Girl, Military Intelligence. This gripping story, told through diary entries, follows a young woman pulled from a jail cell and plunged into military intelligence, revealing shocking links to the CIA's infamous MK Ultra experiments, as well as other details that'll just blow your mind. From missing time to paranormal events to extraterrestrial interference, UFO Girl is a haunting dive into the darkest corners of conspiracy and consciousness. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at City of Books for helping us put him in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his wonderful book. The links are below this interview. Ken, great to see you here today on Spotlight. Thank you so much for joining me.
I'm glad to be here.
This is quite an incredible story, very unique. How the heck did you come up with the idea for UFO Girl?
Well, it was written from my diaries, and it was completed in 2005. Break-ins in my home destroyed it, and then it was redone, and then it was an attempt to break into my home. There was a break into my home as it was mailed out. They went through checking accounts to try to find out who was the publisher. And Christian Faith Publishing, I worked with for several years on this book and reconstructing this book.
Amazing, amazing. Well, we're glad the book survived, that it's published now, and that we can all enjoy it. Talk to us a little bit about the MK Ultra program and how it influences the storyline.
Well, UFO Girl, as a child, was involved with a cerebral implant that was put in her head at age 6. This was done to a lot of women with the CIA, MK Ultra. I'm trying to remember the exact name of the projects, but Monarch projects. And this was done to a lot of children and a lot of adults coming into the early 60s. She became, the CIA disavowed any recognition of this program under the church investigation in 1976, also led by Ted Kennedy. They did not have, all they had was financial statements. They did not have the names of the involuntary participants. So she had had this implant placed in her head at approximately age 6. And I've come across in my interviews several other young women that had these implants put into them. For her, it caused severe convulsions.
Amazing, amazing. It's such an intriguing part of the story. So are the alien species like the Greys that are in the book. Tell us about that.
The Greys took an interest in the couple because of the convulsions that occurred. And she ended up hospitalized by ambulance in Beverly Hospital, Massachusetts. And they wanted to admit her. They didn't know that it was related to the implant. and she chose not to be admitted, and she took off from the hospital. And the Greys, aware of that, abducted the both of us to find out what caused her convulsions. The Greys have been very close to me most of my life long. They've been like observers.
Mm.
And so as I became involved with this young woman, they developed an interest because she was they assumed she was a companion at the time. They didn't realize that she had been recruited from a jail cell to participate with several other agents to observe my behavior and observe me.
How much of the story is rooted in real events or declassified projects?
The projects have never been declassified.
Mhm.
And this is the reason the government or the military had a lot of problems with the book. And their first attempt, they destroyed the book. And then they made a second attempt to destroy the sequel. And they did not want any of this information released. But the Greys have been doing abductions on many people. And the Greys are a friendly group. They work to assist people, this particular group of Greys, Zetas. So they're trying to be helpful. And in this thing, they wished to find out what was wrong with the young woman that caused the violent convulsions that she had. So then the 16-hour abduction would take place. I was experiencing many missing times, but I didn't understand what they were like or about. They were blackouts. Some would last 45 minutes. Some were big, large pieces of a whole day. And basically, with the Greys, there is no memory on most of all these. And the Greys are with children from birth.
Amazing. It's an amazing reveal, that's for sure. What do you feel is the most shocking moment in UFO Girl from your perspective?
The surgery they did on her, they chose to remove the implant, and they had concerns of its removal. The Greys have medical procedures I really can't understand. They can disassemble somebody and they can reassemble them. So they disassembled her head, brought me into the room to see her head and to see the implant in her head, which was about the size of my thumb, connecting to the brain stem. And then they asked me, "What do you know what this is?" And of course, I didn't know what it was. And they are asking the conscious me, because with the Greys, much isn't remembered, so they can choose it to be a conscious experience or an unconscious experience. It would take me, I wouldn't uncover these memories until some 76 was when this occurred. I wouldn't recover the memories until 2001, 2002. And they're very traumatic upon recovering. Her screams, her terror was probably the most traumatic of the whole experiences.
Sure, I'm sure. Have you envisioned this story as a movie, perhaps, to get the word out to more people?
I had been approached, and they did a Hollywood script to see if studios would have interest. So at this time, I don't know where that's going. I think it would be an excellent movie. And I think it's diverse enough and peculiar enough to bring a lot of information in. A lot of people are being abducted worldwide, and by many different celestials. The Greys are one of many.
What's your message to readers? To be careful, to watch out? Is this a warning? Tell us about that.
I don't, the only part that I saw as a warning was the experimentation done by the CIA and the military. And I felt that was atrocious, and that made me lose respect for democracy. When I came to understand that children were being taken without their parents' knowledge and utilized for these procedures. I keep going between experiment and procedures on what these are, because a lot of it were experiments as well as procedures. They were first-time experiences.
Are you planning a follow-up book, a sequel, or a continuation?
If the book hasn't made enough in print for me to invest in, so I'm waiting for what the response is. The relationship continues into the sequel, but as of now, the book has kind of put me in debt, so I'm not looking to explore it any further.
You'll see how this book does, and if it gets the following that it needs, then you'll consider publishing a sequel.
I've completed the sequel for publishing in November by a New York publisher, U.S. Publishing. It was intercepted and destroyed.
Wow.
So they were going after both the books. So then I made an effort to reconstruct it, but I haven't seen the interest in selling publications on this book to warrant that at this time, even though it pretty much has been completed.
Okay. Well, we wish you a lot of good luck with this book and the sequel if you happen to publish that. The name of the book we've been talking about today is UFO Girl, Military Intelligence. It is a chilling journey into psychological warfare, alien contact, and hidden agendas. Ken, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks a lot for having me.
I appreciate your insight, your candor, and your wisdom. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.